Howdy. Name's Sterling, 1st Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had. Howdy. What brings you back? Been a while since they let us out of the fence. Brass must really want Neffy dead. Best you don't worry about us. We'll watch your back. Took some skills to bring down that fiend. You done good. Nothing like a job done right. Wish I had a cigar. It's always hard when your commander goes down, but we'll pull through all right. Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place. I reckon I've walked every inch of ground between Shady Sands and the Colorado, or close enough to make a man's feet plenty sore. That light is mighty consistent, always there at 1 a.m. Might be worth a look. No trouble at all, might be nothing. Couple frisky young folks looking for a quiet place to snuggle up. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. Couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays. Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I can hit my targets. I called her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either. Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. Got myself a habit of looking all around, not just where I'd expect to find trouble. Old habit, but it saved my hide on occasion. Round about 1 in the morning, I spied some lights in the control tower. Now that's the 3rd time I've spied those lights, mind you. And every time I ask about it, they tell me the place was empty. I'm just saying, didn't look empty to me. As a matter of fact, it's funny that you'd ask. Couple nights back, I was on watch in the yard. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple of rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said. Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me, so they didn't bother tying me up. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us. Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Mighty pleased to meet you. Maybe I'll see you again before we move out. Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe. You're a fine-looking woman, no doubt about that. But I'm looking a little deeper than skin, if you take my meaning. Not so long ago, I spent more than my share of time looking for memorable folk like yourself. Did a lot of scouting around these parts. It's a pride thing with her, and totally unnecessary. I mean, look at me. I was Ranger Sterling until the Legion got through with me. I was bitter, but if I kept my mouth shut, the NCR would have discharged me and sent me home. Instead, I asked if there was still a place for me. Had to prove I could still handle a gun alongside all the recruits. Look at me now. 1st Recon and still going strong. You tell Betsy that. Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.